Welcome back everyone. My worst nightmare has finally came true, and unfortunately it's looking like iOS 15 is only going to support the iPhone 7s and onward. So what this means for current iPhone 6s, iPhone SE, and iPhone 6s Plus users is that you pretty much have one more year of this phone and then you're pretty much done. But I will tell you, if you currently own an iPhone 6s and you've made it last this long, props to you. That's actually a pretty big achievement. I haven't really seen too many people actually be able to rock this phone for that much longer than even, I think, around that iOS 12 timeframe. A ton of people, once Apple actually went ahead and, serviced a bunch of phones with the battery shut down and all that stuff. I saw a ton of people, and I got a lot of DMs of people actually telling me that they actually ended up switching phones to, I think an iPhone 8 was like the big one because Apple was still selling it at the time. And I just remember during that time frame when people were bringing their iPhone 6s in, they were actually they weren't being persuaded, but they saw all those new iPhones and they actually changed them, and that was something that really stood out to me. And now it actually makes perfect sense why potentially Apple would be removing support for the iPhone 6s and iPhone SEs. And the reason for that is because we kind of saw with the iPhone 6 and 5S series that Apple actually went ahead and still supported those phones even more than a year later. They just pushed out an update for the iPhone 6 and iPhone 5S for iOS 14 or iOS 12.4.9 not too long ago. This was like 2 weeks ago, not even. So that is really impressive, and I feel like Apple is still going to support the iPhone 6 until iOS 15 officially comes out. So what this basically means is that iOS 14 will pretty much be the last version the iPhone 6s and iPhone SE get, which is actually not a bad version for it to end off. I mean, that was a really, really good version of software. It brought a lot to the table, thankfully. There are a ton of bugs within that software, but hopefully Apple fixes it. But the good news is that if Apple does the same thing they did with the iPhone 6 and iPhone 5s, then iOS 14.5 or whatever that official version that we're going to end off it with, it's not going to technically be the last version, because I even feel like once iOS, 15 comes out and iOS 15.1 comes out and all that stuff, we pretty much will be able to pretty much see the iPhone 6s and iPhone SE both be getting, or all three including the 6s Plus, all be getting that next version of update, which would be the iOS 14.5.1, iOS 14.6 eventually, I don't know. But just like how they did with the iPhone 6 and 5s, I pretty much see Apple doing the same exact thing with the iPhone 6s, but on iOS 14. So I think that's going to be really cool. It is really, really sad that potentially these iPhones are going to be unsupported, but it had to happen. I mean, these phones came out 5 years ago. So I think if Apple does that, if they push out this last update for it, 2021 is when this phone is going to die. And that was 6 years after the initial release. Even with the iPhone SE, that $100 or $299 phone at $399 when it first came out, you can easily pick it up for like $50, probably even less than that for both these phones. That's actually a really good life cycle for that type of phone, for it to be ending in 2021. So I think personally that's pretty impressive. Again, it's not the end all be all. I wish it did last a little bit longer, but it is what it is. From what I hear, if iOS 15 brings split screen multitasking, that's going to be one of the best things ever, and I cannot wait for it. I don't know if it's going to happen. I really hope it does, but that really pretty much covers it up. It's very sad, but it is what it is. There's nothing we can really do about it. If you guys have any other questions or anything, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count. So it means so much if you guys can hit that. Also check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my other channels. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.